Optimus Prime, and today on Kaiju Thursday we're taking a look at Godzilla vs. Biollante, which is way better than last week's movie. So much better. Okay, the movie begins. But first, before we say that, this movie was part of a contest that wrote what Godzilla is. There were many entries, including one that ultimately become the basis of Gunhead. We will get that movie maybe later. But anyway, back to the part of the movie where Godzilla, after he destroyed Japan, destroyed Tokyo, and falling into a volcano for 5 years. By 5 years, I mean since 1985, since besides the movie was released in 1984, they say eventually is 1 year earlier. So yes, they're doing that. This movie is, however, 1 year after its release, but is actually chronologically is in 1919, which is really interesting. As Godzilla shows him, there is a subplot dealing with two foreign government dealing with which one of them will get the Godzilla sales. There's an American company called Biollante, and then there's a other company owned by, which its country is basically Saudi, but it's not. It's based. They call it Saudi, which is a fictional country. There we meet one of the main characters, Dr. Shirogana, and his daughter Erica, who are dealing with the Zarya side of things until a bomb blows up, killing Era in the process. Then 5 years later, Samagami decides to see if the plants, the roses talking to. That's where we introduce to the recurrent character of this series. That's right, this movie marks the first appearance of Miki Sagusa, the psychic of the movie. Which is in this movie, she is a teenager, but soon we're going to see her grow up throughout all the Godzilla movies of this era. Then, with all that, we are introduced to our other new characters like Gorgono, the colonel who people really love, and others, but soon they realize that Godzilla's gonna awake, and is gonna awake soon. Then on a suddenly, after earthquakes and stuff, they decided if Godzilla will cook, they're gonna make basically an anti-nuclear bacteria that can slow down Godzilla. So with the help of Shirogami, he agrees after our crate shattered this stuff. First he refused it, by the way. However, he decided to put the cells merge the Godzilla cells with a flower, a rose, contains his daughter's DNA. Yeah, you don't see that. It also happened during a rainstorm. Very Frankenstein vibes around there. But then, as they were talking, his lab was broken by the two major agents and the Saurian agents until Biollante decided to destroy things and kill one of the major agents. Even Japan falling in that trope. Yeah. So, after the SRA agent and the one surviving member of Biollante, they decided to see what's going on. So they decided, since they have blackmailed the Japanese government, that if they won't give them the nuclear bacteria, Godzilla will be awakened. And then, almost suddenly, they did manage to try it, but was stopped by the Saurian agent. So, after that, they tried to stop the bomb. Unfortunately, the bomb unstoppably explode, release Godzilla, and also have a random cameo by a famous singer, talk show host, who paint him up like a demon or something? Okay, that's weird. But anyway, Godzilla's back and he decided to destroy stuff. And also Biollante was randomly appeared in an ocean by a lake in her first form. Yes, I say her because Biollante is the second Toho Kaiju that is female. Next to Mothra, technically third if you count the female Rodan. But anyways, as Biollante's first form is a rose monster thing. Yeah. So after Godzilla decided to destroy military vehicles, the Japanese government decided to use the Super X-2. It's a way better version than the original, using missiles and using a new thing called a fireman arrow, which is made out of titanium steel, and it was super effective until it realized Godzilla can do that. Too much fire on the mirror causes it to burn, so they decided to not use it. But unfortunately, Godzilla managed to show up and fought Biollante, including all her Piranha Planet tendrils, and using his atomic breath. Biollante used her acid mist, and then Godzilla defeat Biollante. She went up the sky, and you could see what's foreshaddowing what's to come. Then after that, Godzilla swams, and people thought he was going to this area, but instead he went to going to Osaka because the Saurian agent stole the nuclear bacteria. But anyway, matter of fact, they actually got it back after they got a tussle with Saurian businessman Mario. And then also that Godzilla was also having a beef encounter with Mickey using the Battle of the Psychic Minds, but unfortunately Godzilla has the more superior mind that overrides Mickey. For that, they will have a second link. Yeah. That means Godzilla's more powerful than Dracula. There's a deep thought that no one talks about. But yeah, then of course Godzilla shows up in Osaka. They use the nuclear bombs. Godzilla kills Gorgon after receiving all this stuff. And then he just went to there. They use these newfangled bomb things that can use electricity. They brought laser tanks back. And Godzilla fought them and fought them and fought them. Until... anyways, as Godzilla beats the military, after he done fought them, Biollante showed up in her plant beast form, which is way better. She's look more piranha-esque than before, using her limbs and using acid. But Godzilla has another trick on his lizardly skin. This is the first movie that introduced you to the nuclear pulse attack, which is basically Godzilla uses his atomic breath, breathes, then bursts of nuclear energy comes out, and it is so powerful. Matter of fact, if they made a Godzilla during last year, if someone would do that, imagine if Godzilla's wearing a mask, and instead of using atomic breath, he used a nuclear pulse throughout the movie. That is what the nuclear pulse is. Is a much awesomer way to use Godzilla. Granted, the atomic breath is great and all, but this is way better. But anyway, after that, Godzilla went back to sea after falling down to the water. Biollante wising up and solves the sword of Ericum going up in the sky. Dr. Surigami got shot by the Assyrian agent. The other scientists fought the Assyrian agent until he was killed by the soldier. General character was, I shouldn't mention about him, but nah. And that's pretty much it for that. Godzilla went to sea, and that's the end of the movie, and also Biollante was in the plan. Yeah. Overall, Godzilla vs. Biollante was a good movie. Granted that fortunately it is a good movie. Don't get me wrong. It does introduce Miki Sakusa. Biollante was a good character, and surprisingly, she did not appear in the Godzilla trilogy, Godzilla Earth trilogy, in anime trilogy back in the movies, which she would fit perfectly. But unfortunately, due by this movie, unfortunately bombed in the Japanese box office, leaving that the next 3 Godzilla movie, tackling the next 5 Godzilla movies, reuse all things from the past. Which, next movie has Ghidorah. The other movie has Mothra. One has Rodan and Mechagodzilla, and the son of Godzilla, and the other one has Maguma, or not Maguma, Magera, and the concept of the Oxygen Destroyer. So, yes, you pretty much see what's going on there. However, overall, Biollante is a good character. And, she is basically the Kaiju Piranha Plant. Throughout the movie. Yes, I said Piranha Plant, not Audrey Jew from the hit movie musical thing, Little Shop of Horrors. I see Piranha Plant because of the Mario fandom thing. That's why I brought Piranha Plant in this shit. Piranha Plant. I know it's Lego Piranha Plant, but it's a Piranha Plant. Which my ideas kind of look like one. I even made a Mario Maker level with Piranha Plants. But anyway, by the way, the next movie in the Kaiju movie, as I had mentioned, is Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. That's right, Godzilla will fight his arch nemesis in this particular era, but with a little complications. I might explain that, possibly with more details and all. But anyway, this is Virus Prime's Neo 210, and go play my Mario Maker level of Godzilla vs. Biollante. If you can find the level maker down below. But anyway, bye.